Today I'm going to share with you 5 other hip opener poses, yoga poses that you can add to your routine. So we're going to start with frog pose, also known as Mandukasana. You're going to place your knees on the ground and your foot on the ground, your feet on the ground, and then you're going to start moving your legs apart. So you're going to slowly go down a little bit. This pose is really hard for me, so it's a pose that I need to work a lot on. So when you get to a point where you feel like you feel the stretch and it's a good stretch, you're not harming yourself or anything, you have to worry about having your heels in the same line as your knees and your feet at 90-degree angle. And from here you're gonna start going down with your upper body, your chest, and relaxing on the mat. So if you have more flexibility, you're gonna go down more. Another thing you need to worry about is that your hips need to be on the same line as your knees. So you don't want to move back and you don't want to move forward, or else you're gonna miss the stretch. So you're just gonna keep your hips aligned with your knees and you're gonna hold that pose. So this is a passive pose. It's a pose that gravity will make the work. You need to stay here for a long time, for several breaths. So you can pause the video, or whenever you choose to do this pose, you can just hold it for as long as you want to. And you're gonna see that slowly, you're gonna feel that it's gonna work for you and it's gonna get easier and easier. So when you want to get out of the pose, just place your hands on the mat, on the floor, and slowly start bringing your knees back to tabletop position. You can stretch a little bit and relax after leaving this pose. So now let's go to pose number 2. That's fire log pose. So you're gonna sit cross-legged on the floor, and then you're gonna bring, so one foot is gonna stay on the floor and the other one is you're gonna place it over your knee. So you need a straight line with your legs here, and you're gonna sit. First of all, you can press your hand against your knee. So here my right knee goes up a little bit because hip opener poses are difficult for me, so I'm just gonna hold it here and make sure that I'm working this opening. And then when I feel that this is okay, I'm gonna use my arms to stretch my back. So my hands, I'm gonna turn so that you can see. My hands will help me with the stretch. You can stay here for a while, count a few breaths, and then if you can, move a little bit further. You're gonna bring your hands in front of your legs, and slowly you start walking your hands and relaxing your torso over your legs. This is also a pose that you'll need to let gravity work. So you're gonna go down as much as you can. You're gonna relax your head and your neck. You can let it hang completely and let gravity do the work. When going back, you're gonna do the same process. Your hands are gonna walk back slowly, slowly, slowly. You're gonna stretch your back. If you wanna stay here a little longer, hold this pose a little longer, and then you'll change. The leg that was on top goes under, and the leg that was under goes on top. So you might find differences here, left and right. You know that there are always a few differences. What you're gonna try to do is work your weakest side to make it equal to your strong side, your best side. So you start again here, pressing your hand against your knee. Try to keep your feet active, 90 degrees. Whole body is awake. Then again, use your arms to help your back stretch as much as you can. Let your hips lay solid on the floor, heavy. And then from here, you're gonna go to the third part if you can, which is bringing your hands in front of your legs, and slowly you start going down. You can curve your back. Think that your neck and your head are the last ones to go down and to relax. And just stay here. Let gravity do the work. You're gonna feel a very intense stretch now. Your left glute, stay here. And when you come out of the pose, you walk back with your hands. Once again, your back straight. If you want, you can stay here for a little bit longer, or just help with your arms. And then you release the pose. To compensate, you're gonna put your both feet on the floor, and you're just gonna move left, right, and left from one side to another to neutralize the hips. You can do this a few times before you go into the third pose. So the third pose is also known as deer pose. You're gonna put your left leg at a 90-degree angle, your knee, active foot, 90-degree. You can use the side line on the mat so that that leg is straight here, and this part of your leg is aligned with the front of the mat. And the same thing to your right leg, so 90-degree with your right knee, your right foot also 90-degree. So you're gonna basically draw a square with your left leg and with your right leg. You're gonna notice that your upper body is gonna want to do this, and you want to keep straight. So you're gonna use your left arm here to keep your body straight. You're gonna hold this here a little bit. And then if you want to work a little bit further in the pose, you're gonna walk your hands in front of your leg, and you're gonna start relaxing your upper body on top of your left leg. I'm gonna turn a little bit so that you can see this. So again, 90 degrees, 90 degrees. You're gonna stay here, and then you're gonna move down and relax. You can relax your arms if you feel like you're going sideways a lot. You can use your foot just to hold your torso here. This is also a pose you can hold for several breaths and relax. And when you come back, you're gonna walk your arms again. Stay tall, and then you're gonna change. So same thing here. Right leg, 90 degrees. Use your mat so that you have your legs straight. Your feet are alert, are awake. 90 degrees. Hold your upper body here for a while. Use your right arm if you need to keep it here straight. Breathe here. And then try to repeat the same thing you did on the other side. Walk your hands and slowly start relaxing over your right leg. Again, if you feel like you're going sideways a lot and you just want to go to the left, so use your left arm, hold your foot a bit so that you're over your right leg. And then to release the pose, to go back, you're gonna walk again, your arms, you're gonna stand tall here again, and back to the mat. Again, to neutralize your hips, make sure that you move from side to side a few times. Okay, now, so we're gonna go to the last pose, Skandasana. You're gonna stand and then just bring your legs apart, triangle pose here. And you're gonna bend, you're gonna move both feet a little bit outward, and you're gonna start going to your left, your right. So you're gonna bend your knee, and you're gonna go down a little bit. If you can, just place your hands on the floor, or if you need to place them over a block, a book, or something, 90 degrees with this knee. You're gonna stay here a little bit. And then the next part is that you're gonna use your right hand to press against your right knee. So you're gonna work the opening here. Try to keep your left foot on the floor. You can try to stretch your right arm as well. Stay here a bit. And now you're gonna go back here and you're gonna start lowering your hips. So now you can place your heel, left heel on the floor, go down, and if you can get down enough to press your right arm against your right leg, hand together, and you just stay here. You're gonna notice a very intense stretch on your left leg and also your right hip. You hold it here for 3 to 5 breaths. And then going out, you're just gonna transition your hands to the ground. You relax a little bit here, and you're gonna do the same to the other side. So first, I'm gonna bend my left knee. I'm gonna stay here a little bit. So you're gonna notice the stretch here. You always try to keep your knee aligned with your heel. Next step, press your left hand against your left knee. Stretch your arm and focus on the hip opening, keeping your right foot on the floor still. Hold for a few breaths here, and then you're gonna start going down again. Your heel touching the ground, the floor, and arm against your leg. And you just bring your upper body, your torso up, hands together, and you hold this pose for 3 to 5 breaths. And when you go out, hands on the mat, bring your hips up, breathe here a little bit, relax your torso, your arms, neck, and head. And now slowly you're gonna unroll your back until you're standing. So I hope you enjoy the poses and work with them. If you're a runner like me, they're very, very useful. I still need to work a lot, so you can add them to your routine, a few more options, and I hope it's helpful.